Okay, so here's the main thing I want to discuss. This actually came from one of our dear producers, Alejo. You just see Sean McConnell here on the Sean-Z cam, but actually in the dungeon, along with Sean, there are 4 other male producers.
It's not a dungeon.
Rick, Alejo, Tony, and Zach.
Yes.
4 others, and hopefully they can all make on-camera appearances.
They're just not as pretty as I am.
Right, yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're a little shy. They're a little camera shy. It's okay. We have one person here who's not camera shy, and I'll take the reins. But Alejo made the suggestion that we talk about this because he is from Colombia, and he has some opinions about what the show propagates. So, Sean, we asked Alejo to write down some of his thoughts, and Sean's going to relay them.
Yeah, first of all, Sofia Vergara, very, very beautiful, funny woman. I enjoyed Griselda. I thought it was well made.
Oh, you watched it?
I watched the whole thing, and it was bingeable. And I was not aware those weren't real. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out.
What do you mean those weren't real?
You know, those.
Okay. Anyway, Alejo.
So our resident Colombian, I was talking about how great Griselda was, and he's from Colombia, and I was like, have you seen it? And he said, I don't like this. Forgive my accent. I don't do a good Colombian accent. But he said, I hate stuff like this. And I said, why? I said, would you write down why you don't like that? And he said, it perpetuates stigmas against Colombia and the people of Colombia, that Colombia equals cocaine. It romanticizes nefarious criminals that have only brought death and misery to the Colombian people. It prevents Colombian culture from moving on from their violent past and overshadows the good and beautiful things that come from Colombia. And sadly, there are Colombians that feed this stigma. I had not thought about it like that, but when he said that, I had to pause and I had to think, and I realized, yeah, we have become enamored with the anti-hero in this country. It might be the most popular genre that we have.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. So you asked me to write down a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you want me to do that now or you want me to hold on, or did you have plans for this anti-hero thing?
Oh, yeah. No, I have some thoughts.
Do you want to show the advertisement for Griselda first?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes. So there was an advertisement for Griselda that went on the streets of Paris on January 30th, 2 weeks ago. And it's a big bus that was driving down the street right in front of the Louvre Museum, actually. And it had this big, tunnel thing that looked like a wrapped up dollar bill. And it was sniffing white powder on the street that looked like cocaine. Here's a video. And it has Griselda on the truck. Look at that. Of course you're laughing at this. Of course you're laughing.
I've been to the Rose Parade. I've never seen a float like that.
Yep. Nope.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, here's the problem. Here's something that I've been thinking about, because I've had this thought before when I watch certain TV shows. It sounds like a woke thing to consider because we've dissected so many, things and their deep meaning, but it really is a valid question of what kind of values a book or a movie or a TV show promotes. And I believe in the free market. I think that people should be allowed to produce whatever they want, and then we, the consumers, either approve or disapprove of that with how we spend our money and what we put our eyeballs on. However, I do think the point you've raised, Sean, is true, that we're seeing more and more of these shows which are glorifying what you called anti-heroism. I looked up that term because we were talking about this yesterday when you suggested that I show this clip of the advertisement. And I looked up, well, what is an anti-hero? And according to Wikipedia, very trustworthy source, by the way, Wikipedia, on some things it actually really is. An anti-hero is someone who has a lack of conventional hero qualities like courage and morality. And so we see a lot of these shows that's kind of focusing on these bad figures, and in turn, they're not just being seen as bad, but they're being seen as badass and sort of people to emulate.
Yeah, I think it was important to define it, that they rebel against the established system, that any action is justified, and that we're rooting for the criminal.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the origins of this. I have some theories. I understand that Sean has some theories. By the way, Sean and I do what Dennis and I do before Dennis and Julie. We don't talk about anything we're going to say on the air.
True,
so
we didn't talk about it.
So it's spontaneous.
You were downright rude about that, just to be honest.
Well, I walked into the
Stop talking!
I walked into the studio and I yelled the Bill O'Reilly thing. No, I actually, before I see Sean, now that we started doing live, I say to him, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
We're not talking.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be so spontaneous on the air. I've said I would love to do that with some people in my life,
you like
not
it a little
just
too
you.
much.
How fun would it be with those certain individuals? Imagine if RFK Jr. could say that. Jack Schlossberg walks into the room. Don't talk to me.
Stop talking.
Stop talking. Yes. Okay, so let's play just quickly. I have another video. Sofia Vergara was on Jimmy Fallon promoting Griselda. And she started talking about how the director of the film taught her how to do cocaine. And then the audience laughs, and then she kind of keeps talking, and then she realizes that she kind of messed up, and then tries to clarify that it's fake cocaine. Let's watch it, because I think it's very indicative of the culture that we're in.
It's mostly Latin American actors are the best Latin American actors right now. The director is an amazing director that I wanted to work with, Andy Weiss, and he was, you know, my anchor during the filming because I had never done anything but Gloria Pritchett. I don't know anything. And he taught me how to smoke. He taught me how to do cocaine. He taught me,
All right, hold on. He's done a lot. He's done a lot of great things for you.
He would go to my house before, when I was getting ready to play this character, and we would sit, and he taught me all these things. And, you know, it was amazing because I was 51 years old, and I didn't even know how to, how to light a cigarette.
No, I don't know.
I had never done cocaine, so it's like, it was amazing. It was like a great experience. No, not good.
So look, she's realizing that it's coming off poorly.
The show was a great
No,
experience.
you're confusing me now with the question.
The show was a great experience.
The experience.
The drugs, we didn't. There was no real. There's no real cocaine.
No, there's no real cocaine. It's fake cocaine.
Okay, so look, maybe she really was, because there's a language barrier, obviously. Maybe she was trying to say that the director taught her how to do fake cocaine. I don't think that the first 45 seconds of that video indicates that, because she was talking about it seeming like she really did it, and then she kind of backtracked. But look, we don't know, right? But I think the point is that I have seen this in my daily life. I've seen this with people in college or just kind of people my age where, individuals will talk about these things without realizing that they're bad and without realizing that they're illegal, and without realizing that drug cartels are bringing this across, and there are people who get exploited. I mean, haven't you seen those documentaries of people who have to swallow these cocaine tablets and then, have them come out naturally so that some, rich college student can snort coke in a back room at a party? Like, we just have kind of lost the sense of how bad this is and how it's not something to glorify. And if you're going to do it, don't brag and laugh about doing it.
We see it in comic books. We see it in video games with Grand Theft Auto, where you're glorified for stealing cars and beating people up. Gangster rap, punk rock, heavy metal, grunge, and Hollywood has been producing what seems to be an amazing amount of content focused around the anti-hero shows, movies, ever since the 60s. And I have a list just off the top of my head. Would you like me to go through it? The Wild One, which was 1953 with Marlon Brando. I think that's where you can go back to the first one. You've got New Jack City, Dog Day Afternoon, all the Godfather movies, Scarface, Carlito's Way, The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Casino, Goodfellas, Snowfall, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Clockwork Orange, There Will Be Blood, Taxi Driver, Narcos, Fargo, Ray Donovan, Shameless, Blow, Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Shield, Game of Thrones, Rick and Morty, Nightcrawler, Driver, American Psycho, Oz, Orange is the New Black, all the Rambo movies, Falling Down, American History X, Unforgiven, Fight Club, Walking Dead, Trainspotting, Pulp Fiction, Wolf of Wall Street, Suicide Squad, American Beauty, Wall Street, Terminator 2, The Warriors, American Me, Blade Runner, Escape from New York, Dark Knight, The Joker, Natural Born Killers, The Boys, Better Call Saul, Ozark, Dexter, House of Cards, The Wire, Peaky Blinders, Weeds, Son of Anarchy, Mad Men, Fast and Furious, Gone in 60 Seconds, Leaving Las Vegas, Barfly, Dead Presidents, John Wick, Despicable Me, Ocean's 11, Menace to Society. And you wonder why Donald Trump and Joe Biden are the candidates.
Should we just end it there, honestly? That is so true.